Happy New Year. I know you probably have struggled with this. Most of us have over the years. Today, I'm going to explain to you how to choose the right real estate agent for you. Everybody needs a real estate agent that they trust. Figuring out which one is a very difficult thing. And we know from all of our own previous experience that a lot of us have gone wrong, but also a lot of us have not understood actually what real estate agents are there to do for us. So I'm going to give you a little bit of both of that. My name is Jonathan Green. I run a big real estate team called Streamline Properties on Market. We're brokered by eXp Realty in 5 states. And as a team leader and a real estate coach, I'm always explaining to agents how to build relationships with clients so that they know, like, and trust them. But from the client's perspective, what we do is we're always looking about how we can make things better for the clients. We're not trying to sell people on what we do. Our brand should stand for ourselves. And I think that's really what you want from an agent, but you want what they say about themselves to be verifiable online. This is the information age. And if somebody tells you they're a great realtor, you should be able to verify that by going onto Zillow and looking at their past sales and reading their reviews. Because those are fairly vetted. Everything's not perfect, but if you read through those, you can tell who really is buying and selling homes and what the experience was like and how much they like the agent. So there's a couple different ways to do it. I will tell you right away that the worst thing you can do is to just choose an agent who lives on your block or is your cousin or is your friend. If they don't do any business at all, they're not going to help you unless they're involved in a team or a training funnel where they really know what they're doing. You can be brand new and still be a good agent. I'm not saying don't trust new agents, but do they understand the market? So if I was working with a new agents, and I tell this to my new agents all the time, if you study your market every day, you'll know more than every other agent in the market. It's just whether or not they do. So if there's a new agent and you really like them, you feel a good rapport, I would start asking the questions. What's the average sales price in this area? And if they tell you, oh, it's like 400 or 500, they definitely don't know the market, because an expert in the market will know that it's 462,000. And in the last month, there were 13 sales of 3-bedroom homes in the area. Experts know this information or are really close to what the actual results are. Any type of estimations are usually just going to be guess games and could be wrong. Does that mean you might be looking for a needle in a haystack? Yeah, sure, but you're looking at the biggest transaction of your life. Don't you want to do it with someone who you consider an expert in the field of real estate and in the neighborhood or neighborhoods that you are most focused on? Sure. As a seller, there's some different options, but I'm generally talking about how you're vetting an agent. Do they know the market? Do they know the statistics? Do they know what to do? And can you verify what their previous track record looks like and match it up to what they say? So if I tell someone, I sold at almost 103% list to sale price of my listings last year, I can provide that information in a document right away because it's all correct and we vetted it and we're tracking everything that we do. You just want someone who can verify what they say. And I'm just going to say it again. Zillow is a great source for that. Sure, you can be on Google reviews or Facebook reviews, but Zillow is usually tied into a transaction. It's pretty well vetted. And I think that when you read the reviews on Zillows, you can get a good idea. When I'm looking for referral partners in areas where I don't know someone, I'm on Zillow a lot, reading the reviews and see if they're doing what I think the client that we want to refer needs. How many home buyers did you work with last year? How many home buyers did you close? And again, it doesn't mean you need someone who's closed 100, because if they closed 100, they might be too busy for you, or they might have a good system with a team like us where the team does a lot of the paperwork and makes things a lot easier. But these are all things you want to know. But generally, you have to go with your gut when you're choosing a real estate agent. If you don't get a good feeling that this person is a good agent, knows other agents, and is good in the field, why would you ever work with them? And I want to explain one thing, that it's not about new or old, it's about relationships. If your real estate agent seems like a really nice person who gets along with you, they come, they get along, you're like, wow, they seem really nice. that's a good sign, because half of real estate transactions are working with the other agents. When we're presenting offers, we're trying to present our clients in the best light, but a lot of times our relationships with the other co-agents in all the areas are what helps us win deals, because they know that we're going to be good in a transaction, we're going to handle it professionally, and that we prepare our clients in advance for what's to come. So is your real estate agent preparing you for that offer, even if you're on your first showing? Are they explaining inspections and how the mortgage process works, and that you need to have a pre-approval in place and how multiple offers work? If you're not getting any of this information when it comes time to make an offer, you're not going to know anything. And you don't want it to be like that. You have to be open to intaking a lot of information in advance. And you can only do that from someone who's experienced, not necessarily in years, but in training, coaching, and are they there always working in your best interest? Nothing will explain to you when you need to fire a realtor more than someone who acts not in your best interest. When you say, I can only go up to 500, and they're showing you homes over 500 in a hot market, which are going to go higher, not really going to help you, because you can't buy it or don't want to buy it. So the best agents are going to listen to everything that you're looking for. And instead of putting you on an email drip campaign, they're going to be looking for it on their own every day. So you want to find a real estate agent who you know, like, and trust, who is an expert in the area that you're working. It does not mean that realtors can't transition. Like, if I don't work one particular market, I'm fine as a buyer's agent in any market, because I will study the data. But you have to have someone who's willing to do that. And you have to see that they've worked with enough people to know, or that they work on a team where they have a bunch of training and back-end services to make sure that if they don't know the answer, excuse me, they can get the answer right away. That's it. How to choose the right real estate agent. Look for know, like, trust. Trust your gut, and never use like Uncle Tommy because you feel like you have to. The worst thing ever is to feel indebted to an agent that you don't even think is doing a good job. Have a great day. And again, happy 2022.